Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Karmotrine Lounge. I am your host, Cherry Bomb.
And I'm your co-host, Eyeball. We got quite the topic today, I think. It's about a game series very near and dear to my heart, and Cherry over here, maybe not so much, but we'll see what we can do. It's Pokemon, however you want to call it. Um, if you haven't
It's
heard of
Pocket
them,
Monsters.
yeah, Pocket Monsters, like there's a bunch of names for them. It's a global phenomenon. I was gonna say if you haven't heard of them, I think you're lying because at this point, even everyone's parents know about it. Maybe your grandparents.
Oh,
They're
my
just
grandparents
everywhere,
definitely know about them.
even in passing, right? Like they know
Mhm.
what they are, the little animals doing all their little fighting. Oh man, I am technically a Pokemon fan still, but I'm more of a retro kind of guy, as a lot of people are these days, where I know all about the older Pokemons, but not the newer ones so far. In fact, I got a few issues with the newer ones, but we can get into that later. Why don't we start off here
With some
with
pleasant
with
memories?
yeah, well, sure, obviously pleasant memories here, but why don't you tell me a little bit of what you consider Pokemon to be, maybe just in
Um,
general.
for me, I've always played Pokemon kind of like a friendship journey, if that makes any sense. You
No, it
grow up
does.
with
It
them,
does.
and
Yeah,
you build off of with them, and I've always felt that because every single I guess party that I have, or what do you call them again, like parties
it's a
or
party. It's a
yeah,
party of yeah.
um I make them tailor made to fit what I feel like I would actually have in those games.
Right, huh, that sounds like fun. It's not a bad idea at all, actually.
Ironically,
Um,
in every game I have a Gengar.
Gengar, it's because you like that Gengar there.
He
We
just
all have our
reminds me. He
favorites.
reminds me of myself.
Yeah, you're a Gengar. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
this
you're gonna go
smiling
with.
fat little piece of shit who likes pranking
Yeah, I guess so. Huh?
and
Yeah, that's
canonically acts like a lazy uncle when
yeah. I
not being
guess he
watched.
does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess we should mention that we're going to be talking more about the games, or rather, I will be because I'm not very well versed in the anime uh scene for Pokemon. I know that I don't even know what they're doing anymore with it. Honestly, I'm more about definitely about just the games and not really the manga, anime, or any of that spin-offs kind of stuff that they do.
I know a
McDonald's
little
toys.
about the spin-offs, but
Like
only the
spin-off
notable
games,
ones.
yes. I know spin-off games, but not not nothing else really.
Hmm.
No, but going back to what you're saying, making a team to like adventure with, like that was the entire start. That was what Pokemon was supposed to be. Like you take all your little animal friends and go on a grand adventure and become the best Pokemon trainer there is, or whatever they're gonna try and sell it as in that game. Stop the world from ending as they're going with these days. I think they backpedaled that with Sword and Shield, the most recent release for us right now, right?
Yeah, I think they held it back a bit with Sword and Shield, where you're just
And
trying to become the best Pokemon master on their version of Pokemon Twitch.
you know what? I like that. That's funny. I didn't know that.
They're
Yeah, I don't
constantly
follow it at
live
all.
streaming these battles, and I'm like, I mean that's neat and all, but I just like
Sounds about right.
simplicity. I'm a simple man who likes my Gengar.
Likes your Yangar and likes it to be live on Twitch.
Yeah, I don't want to see
Hey,
him
maybe
live on
we'll do a
Twitch.
live Twitch episode. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, that'll probably be
Um,
our fighting game or something, where we just
yeah, that'll
talk
be our that'll be
and
our
shoot the shit.
Friday night fight. Yeah, maybe we'll see what goes on here if we get people asking for it. But I guess we went on a little longer without discussing it. If people genuinely like they've heard of Pokemon and they don't really understand it, um, you get you go around and you catch your local wildlife of magical and powerful animals in your neighborhood,
And
and
God,
and gods. Yeah, you can go catch God, but that's usually later. Like every JRPG, you go fight God. But you catch your little squirrels around your house, or not house, I mean a neighborhood, and then you throw them at each other's, uh, your friend's squirrel or whatever, a rat in this case, and you battle with them, and you gain levels, and you become the best there ever was, as the old God at this point the vintage anime used to say in the theme song, to be the best, that's the cause.
Yeah.
But
Everyone's favorite, like the season one song.
season one, first Pokemon song, I know the lyrics to that one. Everyone, every hipster character should know the lyrics to that one. But
And you truly are the Alex from Y2K of hipsters.
don't bring Y2K back into this because oh no, you're summoning it. But I do know quite a bit about Pokemon, kind of closeted. I kind of keep that away from people. I guess not really recently because I've been kind of forthcoming about it because they announced the new fourth gen remakes, Diamond and Pearl, and now everyone's talking about Pokemon again, and I've kind of resurfaced from my little gopher hole and been like, I know a thing or two about about the little creatures. But let's see, where would I even begin with Pokemon? I guess for all the kids out there that don't really know, I can kind of go through a summary or like a game lineup for the games we might be covering here.
Mm-hmm.
So it all started back in the day, way back. That was before even I was born. I think it was in 1996 on the original Game Boy brick. Was
I love
red
my
blue.
Game Boy.
Yeah, right. Like the thing you could throw at the wall and break the wall. Yeah, that thing. It red, blue, and then later yellow. Which first of all, we're Canadian, so I know in Japan it was green and red, and then they did a blue version after. It gets confusing, so we're gonna go through this with
Mm-hmm.
English standing.
And apparently, like,
Red.
Heart of Gold, Soul of Silver was the first one. I don't know. Sometimes even they forget which came in order.
No, silver was always the second one.
Oh yeah.
That was second generation, but it's red, blue, and yellow at the start with the old graphics and Game Boy retro stuff. They recently remade them as Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee for the Switch, which is how a lot of kids are probably experiencing the first generation, but it's completely different than it was back in the day.
And also
Uh,
idiot-loving Gengar fans.
yes, exactly. That's how you did it too. You've played around on Let's Go, which isn't a bad thing, but it's that Pokemon Go style, uh, game. And we'll talk about Go in the spin-off section here.
Yeah.
But they also remade them. So Let's Go is technically the second set of remakes because the first set of remakes was Fire Red and Leaf Green for the Game Boy Advance, which came a little bit later in the third generation. Which that's my preferred way of dealing with the first generation. Not that I deal with it a lot, but I don't know. It's a nice middle ground in that retro style, like I love. Anyway, we got Silver, Gold, and Crystal. Each of these games actually usually releases with their two different versions, like Silver and Gold, and then they'll come out with like a definitive version, like a year later. In this case, Crystal. Um, I love Generation 2. That's the one that I played when I was the youngest. I don't know your experience with it, but
My first was the Heart of Gold game for my
Heart
DS.
Gold. Oh, that was the remake that was in like 2011. Heart Gold
I
and
thought it
Soul
was
Silver.
2009. It was pretty early.
Was it 2009? No, it wasn't because
This is
I
all
thought
from
Diamond
memory.
and Pearl was 2009. I don't know. I don't have the dates, but whatever it is, you're right. That some consider Heart Gold and Soul Silver the best Pokemon games. Period. Which I kind of find it hard to disagree with because we weren't really at franchise exhaustion yet.
I just like for it.
Well, you do like Furret. Yes, you do. You remind me of that constantly. That you like the little noodle ferret Pokemon.
I think
Uh,
that I should like get this out of the way first. So the way that I approached Pokemon was way different than how Eyeball approached Pokemon. he
Oh
was
yeah.
very technical and cared more about stats. Where I was like, stupid funny creatures that make me smile.
No, no, I'm not all tech. I was technical back in the day because I did a little bit of competitive fighting. But even these days, when I make a Pokemon team for a run through, the rule of cool is that I got Pokemon's got to look cool and be usable. A lot, yeah, I guess there's a lot more credentials for me still than what did you say there? You said, haha, dumb, stupid creature that looks funny. Like,
Yeah,
is that?
the ones that make me feel happy to have on my team.
Yeah, I mean, I'll still get those ones too, but yeah, we do think of it a little differently, and that's okay because ultimately it's a kids game. But I hate throwing. That's not an excuse for what they're doing these days or whatever they're doing because they know their fans are everyone. But then I'm getting ahead of myself. Still, we're still in the wrap up here. I'll go a little quicker. Then we had in the Game Boy Advance era was Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, which was those are the ones actually that I did play the most. I played Emerald like for it was like 400 hours when I was a little kid
Yeah, and I
and got the
remember
most
seeing
done
you
in it.
play it occasionally before classes. Sometimes you did the no healing playthrough. Like you can't go to the Pokemon Center.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
What? No way. No, no, no. You must be thinking of someone else because I've never done one of those challenges.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure that was you.
Okay. Well, what? It sounds like some like that sounds plausible, but I don't remember that at all. That'd be really funny. But yeah, Emerald was a game. It was quite the game. I would recommend going back to it. They remade it with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, uh,
On the
which is
3DS.
yeah on the 3DS, and a lot of people really like those ones. I haven't gotten my hands on them and played them quite yet, but I'm still conflicted how I feel because Emerald's very classic. Um, it's kind of the same way with Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum that they're going with now, where like a lot of people are kind of mad about their Diamond Pearl remakes and how they look so far. I'm just happy they're getting attention finally, but I'm kind of
There's only
fine
one
with.
problem that I have with modern day Pokemon that I'm just gonna get out of the way.
Are you sure we have a section for that? But
Oh, okay,
go on.
I can wait. I'll just wait.
Okay, yeah, because I have a few little transgressions, but for now, uh, we'll just do this quickly. Platinum is better than Diamond and Pearl. I'm sorry to the diehard Dialga and Palkia fans, but if you're gonna go back on the DS and play Generation 4, just play Platinum. It's the superior game there. Um, and
Platinum
then
was the one with
with Giratina, with
yeah,
his
Giratina.
Satan Pokemon, Antimatter, whatever you want to call him, he
Like
looks super
the
badass.
platform levels that I always loved watching trailers for. It's like, whoa, you're walking on the side of the
Distortion
wall.
World, yeah, that was crazy in there. Um,
I
I
really
guess
wish they
each
just
time
remade that instead.
I think they're gonna do some weird Delta episode thing like they did with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which I don't like, but you know, I can't complain too much. And I guess I keep saying the one like this is the one I played the most of. This is one I played a lot. I played all of the from the era of like silver and gold to black and white, which is the next one. I kind of dabbled in a lot of them, but I know for a fact the one I put the most into was black and white. And then they had their sequel games, Black and White 2. Uh, this generation notably had a storyline. um, not to say the
The
other ones
PETA
didn't, but
storyline.
like a storyline that wasn't just stop the bad guys. Like they were trying to say something, which I think was really smart. Uh, I'll always be a man of sprite Pokemon over 3D. Uh, probably because I'm biased, but Black and White made the sprites move, and everyone's like, "That's it. We're winning. This is everything's going good." A lot of people always flag the Unova region. I guess every game takes place in a new region. I'll put a little asterisk next to that because they're supposed to.
I
Um,
only know two regions.
I know them all, even the ones I don't play. I know all the names of because people talk about them. But each region is different, and a lot of people say that Unova, the black and white region, is the worst because they have badly designed Pokemon, which I do want to get out of the way right away. That's not a very good argument at any point. Like, so, oh, they're running out of ideas for Pokemon. They're not running out of ideas. They're absolutely not. Uh, even doing some dumb stuff like comparing like the first generation's designs to like black and white. It's like, yeah, oh no, I'll defend this guy a little bit. I like him. Trubbish, specifically the little garbage bag Pokemon. Everyone's like, this is the worst Pokemon. I hate him, right? But remember Muck from the first game, who was just purple slime, the Pokemon?
Also, don't say his name backwards.
Yeah, don't. No white Mucks in here. No, no, thank you. Or like Voltorb, which is just a Pokeball Pokemon. Like there was the
Voltorb
rat
and
Pokemon,
what's
the
the
bird
other one?
Pokemon,
Voltorb
and Muck. Or are you talking about like
no, like his
Magneton?
evolution. His evolution where he just flips
Oh,
colors.
Electrode.
Yeah,
Electrode, yeah. Very. I do not like that evolution. I don't like that Pokemon in general,
Uh,
honestly. But
if we're gonna talk about ugly Pokemon, I did not like Mag Magneten, like the
Magneton,
yeah, like the final evolution of like all those Magnet boys.
the newer, like the one they introduced after
Yeah, and pretty much
the
all of his evolution.
Magnezone. That's the bigger like guy.
Yeah,
Or are you talking about when they all just stuck together?
I hated pretty much all of them.
I
I
thought
like
Magnemite.
I like the first one where he's just like one
Yeah,
little ball because
yeah. I think he's funny.
yeah.
And then they like stick more of them together, and you're like, wait, hold on. And then they did this new one where he's.
Then
Well,
they
that's yeah.
yeah.
We'll get into the Pokemon designs a little bit down
Mhm.
here.
I think what you're just trying to say is like Pokemon has always had really like highs and lows no matter
Yeah,
what.
there was really good. Like Black and White is my favorite generation, and not just because I grew up with it, just because I think the designs there are the best. Like like there's low balls in literally every generation. I'm not a Gen 1er, I'm technically a Gen 5er, where I'll say everything after Black and White is bad. But that's a matter of opinion. Then we after Black and White we jumped to X and Y.
3D
3DS was Pokemon are in 3D. And honestly, I've actually been playing through X and Y recently, and there's
has the
nothing wrong
lamest
with it.
name.
X and Y is a very bad name, yes.
Yeah.
Very bad in quotations because they're not colors or gemstones. And like, who cares? The
It's the
naming scheme's
last
always
two
been
letters
messed
of
up.
the alphabet.
It
Last
technically no. Do you know what they were gonna do? And I would have had a lot of fun with this. X and Y, and then the re-release was gonna be Z. And you're thinking, okay, that would have just tied it together. No, because X, Y, and Z is the planes that they're working with because it's in 3D. The Z
Oh,
axis,
now I
right?
get it.
See, that would have put it all together, but they didn't. they, they just
That
said,
and I'm
who
trying to
cares?
imagine because like every Pokemon like afterwards like their legendary like what they put on the poster is named or shaped after what they're named after.
Oh God, they are.
Like
I didn't
black and
even think of
white,
that.
Blolgia and Whitea. I
What?
don't know. I didn't play that far.
Zekrom and Reshiram.
Oh yeah, Reshiram.
Reshiram and Zekrom were
How could I forget
super
Reshiram?
cool legendary designs. I loved them.
My wife Reshiram.
No, no, no.
That's another
Not this
episode.
episode. Not this time. But they're all shaped after what they're called. Oh my god, I didn't
X
even
and
notice.
Y are shaped after literally an X and a Y shape.
Yeah, I knew
so
that.
I fear what the Z would look like. It just
Oh,
be snake.
the Zed's a snake. He is a snake. They have a Zed Pokemon. Like he's real. His name's Zygarde or something. He's just it's a Z Pokemon, yeah. But no, that's more of a revelation. Because then after X and Y, they did Sun and Moon, and it's the Sun.
And
Oh
the
my
moon.
god, it's the Moon. It's the Sun and the Moon legendaries, and then Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and then they did Sword and Shield, and it's a Sword and a Shield dog. Oh my
It's
god.
a sword faced dog. Or no, he just has he's just holding a sword.
Yeah, it's a Dark Souls boss.
Yeah.
It's Sif from Dark Souls, where he has the sword in his mouth. Yeah,
And then just
and then
big
Shield
faced.
Dog.
He just has a big
Oh
face.
my god, that's awful. I didn't even think of that.
Local idiot informs higher
Informs
intelligent
yeah, not
co-host
higher.
about
Lower like the brainlet Pokemon player informs like ascended Pokemon master about the legendary shapes, and it burns his mind. Like God. Um, you've actually played Shield a little bit, haven't you?
3 minutes.
Three. Okay, I thought you played
No,
it a
wait,
little
30,
longer
30
than that.
minutes.
30
Stop.
minutes. Okay.
I
because
uh, I just hated how much that they just kept on kissing my ass.
yeah, that's kind of the problem that happened after X and Y, which is also why I usually say 3D games bad. But it's a little deeper than that, and we'll get into that later.
I mean, I
Um,
have stuck my feet into a moon because I always loved tropical destinations
yeah, you
without
know what?
having to be at a tropical destination because I burn very
No, you know
easily.
what? I should probably claim or say that in this episode is that if you like the new Pokemon games, like it's not bad that you like them. I'm actually happy that you have a different opinion than me and you can have fun with it. I'm just a salty old man complaining about kids games, but you know what? If you want to go and have fun on your little tropical island adventure and just have fun with it, I'm not gonna stop you. Like go have fun. It's just the business practices and the things they're doing with Pokemon that kind of gets me a little wrong in the way there.
Mhm.
But
Are we talking
no, I
about
think
wrong in the ways now, or?
we kind of can. I mean, and no surprise leading up to this, I guess, is that I have a problem with modern Pokemon.
And I have
Uh,
like two.
yeah. Well, then let's get yours out of the way because they might work into mine or whatever. Because I have a list.
I
So
hate having to buy two games.
2 games. Yeah, you think that that's an outdated module
Like it's been
or
like
what?
outdated for like a while, like ever since like we had like the things to like cuz like in the early days it was like oh these games are widely different and oh we can only fit so much on a Game Boy cartridge.
That's actually not true. Funny enough, the differences in their versions were actually very minute, even from the start. It was always a business strategy. It was always like, oh, give a few little Pokemon to this guy and a few little to that one. It increased trading, the getting kids together to trade, and also if you wanted everything, you need to buy 2 games. It's always been business. They could always fit everything on everything,
Mhm.
even in silver and gold when you had 2 regions jammed into one. Like you could always fit it all. I'm sorry to burst your bubble there, but it's
Yeah.
always it's always just been money.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's just me coming out after like discovering like Sword and Shield like had like a lot of cutbacks, yet it
Yeah,
still
they did.
was two games. So I felt a bit miffed.
I mean, my sword and shield hate, as you would know, is very vast, but it's yeah, I've never. I mean, on my list here, I didn't have the 2 games are a problem, but I do understand why it would be annoying.
Mhm.
But I guess now that you don't need to try and catch them all because there's no way they can include all the Pokemon, so much so that they had to cut out a few. But
And make
I'll
it
get more
paid
fiery
DLC.
about that later on because I got a big bolded section here about that. So yeah.
And
Anything else on that you got
oh, I have
or what?
my second complaint is like these newer games like have gimmick like battles I don't like. Like making
Gimmick
your thing like
battles?
a mega evolution or hyper evolution.
Yeah, the Mega Evolution. No, you're right. Gimmicks are definitely kind of become because people are tired. But we've been even the ones I've written down here. There's like over 10 of like the same game in a different region with the same system. So they're trying to find ways around that to make it, to make it spicy and people buying it. But even then, gimmick battles actually started like specifically gimmick battles technically were when double battles were introduced in Pokemon Sapphire and Emerald. Um,
But
but I know what you were talking about, like
I
because triple
actually do
battles and
love.
rotation battles were in
I
Black and White.
I do like the triple battles
I do too. I think they're fun. I
because
think
it
it
you
makes
have to like
sense.
brain it out a little bit. Um,
I do. I like triple battles more than rotation battles because rotation battles are way too exploitative.
mhm.
Technically, I can actually write a lot more on that, but no, I know what you mean because like X and Y Mega Evolutions, and then they did that Alolan form stuff for Sun and Moon,
I think
and then the Ultra Beast too.
Alolan forms were just like alternate like Pokemons. Like they were different Pokemons. I was okay with them.
I'm
Surprisingly,
fine with Alolan forms. I don't know if I'm fine with Mega Evolution. Like
I am not.
in this,
Because
I
as
don't like
soon as you
I
like
don't
whip
like
it
it.
out, it's like, hey, you might as well win at this point.
Well, I guess that's more of a problem with Mega Evolutions becoming too good. Thankfully, you can only have one per team. But no, you're right. Like something like Megas, they're weird. So they're not really like evolutions. They're tack-ons onto like existing Pokemon. I know what they're trying to, with Mega Evolution. They're like we're trying to bring back old Gen 1 Pokemon and give them their Mega Evolutions so that they can feel new again. But what that led to is like, well, what's a classic example?
I remember you were doing your playthrough and I watched you a little bit where you were forced to take a Lucario.
Yeah, right.
And
Like they're like, here, look at this Lucario and give it a Mega Stone because you want to Mega Evolve it. And I'm like, no, I don't think I do. And now I'm having trouble because they assume that I took this super overpowered fucking Pokemon with me.
the
Which,
god.
well, their stats get too high. Honestly, like they start bloating the numbers and like, I won't want to. I don't have any ground to stand on with this, but I'm gonna say a good amount of Mega Evolutions have higher stats than like legendary Pokemon, which is just kind of sad. A lot of Mega Evolutions are banned in competitive fighting, but
Well, no,
we're
no,
not
no
really on.
shit.
Yeah, well, because they're just too good. But yeah, and then now in Sword and Shield they got like Gigantamax battles, I think.
um,
Yeah, or
all
Gigamax, or
yeah,
what are
I
they
think it
called?
was like Giga Evolution or Mega Ultra Evolutions.
No, I know they're something Max, like Gigamax. We'll call them
Yeah,
Gigamax evolutions. Um,
my
no,
favorite.
it's
Like I do
Gigantamax, I think.
like how they look, but I've always kind of hated them just because it's like, oh, congrats, your little meow turned into a giant snake cat and
That's the
is
thing. Like,
god.
is it funny? Like, is it? I don't know what they're. The thing that I had a problem with is that I believe that I guess it can't really be a problem if I don't have any ground to stand on. But I think that almost every Pokemon can Gigantamax, even those without Gigantamax forms or something, which
I think there's like a
defeats the
rule.
purpose.
I'd have
It's
to
something like that.
I'd
I
have to
don't know anything
I'd
about
have
it.
to play the game, but honestly, I don't have a
Kind of,
lot of
I
time to
guess
do that
it's
right now.
exactly. I think it's kind of foolish to complain about something we don't know about, but Gigantamax forms are just a gimmick that they're going to have to write out. Either I hope that they don't just start like, Gigantamaxing is just a thing that happens now. I hope not, like in any future game, because that would be really lame. It's like Mega Evolutions already got tagged along from Sun and Moon, and then Ultra Beasts are technically in Sword and Shield. Oh no, oh that's a revelation. Because now it's just getting overcomplicated. That's why I do retro stuff. And retro stuff, the spiciest thing we had was like legendary Pokemon or double battles.
And
But
yeah, that's why I think I'm hoping that the new Shining Diamond and Pearl.
it's I think it's Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I think
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna
Shining
call.
Diamond. Yeah, I know. I know.
I'm just gonna call them Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, the remakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
You
that's
hope that they go back to form. Is that what it?
yeah. Like just keep it nice and simple. Just make it the way that was fun to play, and maybe just tweak the one notable flaw in Diamond and Pearl, and that's only two fire types.
That's the big one. That's the Dex. That's the Pokedex problem. But yeah, that's actually the funny one. There's two fire types in Diamond and Pearl.
Which is
Without
your
Platinum, there's
starter,
two fire.
your starter, and
Yeah,
Ponita.
and Rapidash. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ponyta, which was funny because they had a fire type Elite Four member. Uh,
and
he had
he.
the two fire types, and then he had like a normal type and a steel type, and then like a dark type or something, which is just like,
I'm the fire type
yeah,
trainer.
like okay, I guess you
Okay,
are
defeated
because
my fire
that's
types,
it.
so here's some other ones.
Yeah, but no, Diamond and Pearl's main problems, honestly, are the speed of them. Their game speed is super slow. That's what Platinum fixed a lot of. Is they made them faster because the animations, the loading, everything just took so long in Diamond and Pearl. But I think they'll update it. It's going to be on the Switch, which hopefully works out. I just don't want it to be because that's my problem with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is that there's almost too many changes to call it a remake, but you also need to have changes to warrant buying it as a remake. So like, there's really no answer to something like that.
I mean, I might just be a shell of a human, but I'm just gonna buy one of them just because I want to play with Empyrean, the penguin.
W-
Piplup.
Empoleon, yeah.
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 I always liked messing with him. He always looked cool to me. He had a trident as a face and 2 shields on his arms.
Yeah, I took an Empoleon in my recent Pearl run through because I thought it was nice.
I sadly never messed with the monkey.
I didn't either, but I remember specifically in the competitive scene, they had to have in Diamond and Pearl competitive fights. There was the Infernape contingency, which was you had to have some way of dealing with Infernape because, well, which also changed into Rapidash because there was only Infernape and Rapidash for the fire types. So they just called it the Infernape plan because if you had a water type to douse him, then you were good, and if you didn't, you probably lose. I know it happened to me when I was fighting even one of my friends from high school. I was all uppity about being a Pokemon god, and then I forgot about the Infernape problem, and he just destroyed me, and I was like, oh, good.
Death.
Yeah, good. I lost, and then put me into perspective for a second, but yeah. I mean, you're right. I do hope that Diamond and Pearl, the remakes, are kind of simple enough that they're not too crazy. I hope Gigantamaxing isn't in it because
Oh
I know
yeah.
they added Mega Evolution uh in Omega
Emerald.
Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah. Almost said emerald there.
I really hope they don't add Gigantamaxing now. That would suck.
They are
Or
probably
change
not.
this.
Cause
I mean, they, like I said, they've done it with everything else so far. Ultra Beasts were also in Sword and Shield.
yeah. Well,
Like,
I doubt that it's gonna be in there because it doesn't really fit the scheme of it. Because I think that they only did that in Sword and Shield, as I know, because like, oh, you're because of your fans' influence, you got like their ego or something. I don't
oh,
know.
is that how that works? I'm not sure.
No, you can still do it like that, but it was
They
mostly like.
might do some. I don't know. I hope that it stays as a Sword and Shield thing.
Hmm. Or at least have it make sense, but keep it away from Diamond and Pearl.
Too many gimmicks will lead to a downfall anyway.
Hmm.
But what else do we got here then?
What's your other complaints?
Well, like with modern Pokemon in general,
Yeah.
I guess. Well, my big one, evidently, that I'll probably get a little bit of flack for, because some people really disagree with it, is the I call it the Dexit scheme, which Dexit, whatever you want to call it, the Pokedex problem. They didn't have all the Pokemon in Sword and Shield, and you're thinking, well, they just didn't have space for them. Uh,
This was for
no, they
Switch.
did. It's for the Switch. They did. They fit them all on X and Y. And yeah, I get they added new Pokemon, but no, it's not enough. That's not they had space for it. The main thing I think they're doing and what they have proved to do so far, because there's been 2 DLCs released so far for Sword and Shield, right? Or is there only one?
There's only one, and the other half is supposed to come out in a couple months, I think.
Yeah, because I know they're they're taking certain Pokemon out and they're just putting them in the DLC so that you have to buy it to have the full Pokedex, which I think is super awful. That is the big thing. If they There's no reason to remove Pokemon. Unless I genuinely get told, like I figure out or someone informs me that like they literally didn't have enough space to include it with all the stuff they had. Like I don't think there's an excuse. It's just every Pokemon is someone's favorite, and you're never gonna get around that. Even I know mine. I like my centipede boy Scolipede from Gen 5. He wasn't in Sword and Shield. They put him in it as a DLC. But
Yeah.
like, and it's just like, I mean, I'm not playing Sword and Shield, so it's just like, still though, it's like every one that you still can't get. It's just like, oh, I guess I
DLC.
guess a kid's just gonna suck it. I guess it can't do anything, and it's that kind of leads into another thing I got is that a lot of people are like, oh, well, they didn't do anything with they just took away Pokemon without giving us anything back. And Gigantamaxing, whatever you want to call it, that doesn't count. They If they say polished up the animations for the models and made moves more expressive and things, I could live with that. But they didn't. And you're gonna, so where's your proof? There are actually quite a few videos online showing that they have been reusing the same animation rigs and models from X and Y, even into Sword and Shield.
Yet they don't even convert some of them. They just
Yeah,
forgot them.
yes, and it's like it's just what's your excuse? The port time. Like I respect X and Y because they put all what was at the time, what was it? I think it was like 680 or something Pokemon. They put them all in 3D. Like that was big. I'm fine with that. But then Sword and Shield, you added an extra 200, and then you took away an extra. God, I don't even have a number. Like you took away some and
I think
gave
they
us
took
nothing.
away like 100.
Like it's not even that they're not in the national deck. Like it's not even that it's not in the regional decks or anything. It's their data is literally not in the game. You can't transfer over some Pokemon into Sword and Shield because they don't exist there.
It makes sense like why they wouldn't have Alolan, but come on, not having your
They have
famous
some
wheel.
Alolan, actually. They don't have all of them.
Oh, I meant like the Alolan forms.
Yeah, in Sword and Shield, you can get Alolan forms in Sword and Shield.
Oh, well, that's bullshit.
Yeah, not all of them though.
I mean, I'd be okay with only a couple of them because Alolan should only be pretty much reserved for Sun Moon.
Alola,
Yeah, because
yeah.
that's what they come from. They come from literally Pokemon Hawaii.
So instead of doing Alolan forms, they're just doing alternate evolutions to the older Pokemon, from what I understand.
Hmm. And more
Which,
evolutions were like like that duck with a leak.
oh yeah, yeah, Surfetched from
Hmm.
Farfetched, yeah, yeah. Like I think that's fine. That's whatever. But it's just like you just can't get away with not having all the Pokemon. And the worst part is that Sword and Shield are like the highest selling ones, like right behind the first set or something. And it's just like I'm clearly in the minority, I guess. But like I said, if you can just take this episode as eyeball complaining about kids games or whatever. But like, damn, it rubs me right the wrong way that they're just getting away with like very little. Give us Gigantamax battles, and all of a sudden everyone's okay with it. Like I don't, I'm not okay with it.
Hmm.
It's an
Maybe
unfinished game.
eventually you might come around to it once there's like a way bigger scandal for Pokemon.
Maybe, well, Dexit already pissed off a lot of people.
Hmm.
And it's just, like I don't
I
hate
remember you got
I
really
don't.
mad at me because like I at a point I was trying to complete a lot of Switch first title games and then I stopped. But one of the
Yeah,
games that I added was Pokemon Shield.
you bought Shield, and I was like, you fool, you're contributing to the problem.
But
But
in
I mean,
my
I can't really
defense,
talk.
I got it at a discount.
I mean, yeah, it's whatever. I mean, like I said, at the time I was really mad about it because I couldn't do anything about it. But even now, it's just whatever. If you want to play it, that's fine. I just know that I'm not. I'm not happy with it, and I won't be playing that or purchasing it or whatever it is.
Hmm.
Because the corner cutting is so. It just sinks your soul when I remember the video specifically like synced up a model taken right from X and Y, and then they put it in like Sword and Shield, and it's literally the same animations. Like the rig moves the exact same way, and it idles the same way. It's just so sad. They didn't even try. Uh, no, I can't. I can't say they didn't. They might have. I don't know ultimately what happened behind the scene, but come on, just give me all the Pokemon. Am I ever gonna need eight? Am I ever gonna need all 1,000 of them or whatever we're at now? No, I don't even like all 1,000 of them, but it's just they
I
should be
found them.
there. They should all be there. There's no reason to exclude any of them. Uh,
I would say only exclude them if they made sense in a way.
but don't bring Alolan forms out of Alola.
Yeah,
Yes,
because like
that's fine.
maybe like make like only one or two appear because like Pokemon trainers bring them along with them, but don't make
Like
them
they
like
make
be there like oh well they're native here
in
now.
the nature, yeah. Well, so a lot of people could probably defend that and say, well, like Black and White specifically didn't have any old Pokemon in its national dex. They were all 100% Unova Pokemon. And what that led to was a lot of retreaded ground. We had our fish Pokemon, We had our living rock Pokemon. We had our bat Pokemon. Like they had to redo a lot of them, but um,
They didn't borrow anything, but it felt okay.
I don't know if you've if like people understand that there's more than one kind of animal in the world or whatever they're trying. I think diversity is always a good thing no matter what. I think that why can't we have two bat Pokemon? Zubat, we like Zubat so much that we can only ever have one Zubat. Like, come on, right? Like it's ridiculous.
I like the
Have
other
more
one. I forget what his
diversity.
name is, but I like how he's just a fluffy little ball.
Yeah, Woobat,
Yeah.
Woobat, the Univabat. I love him. Like, there's no argument. There really isn't.
I
Well,
think
we
what
didn't
you're
need
trying to
another
say
Magikarp. It's like
is
have more Pokemon.
either
Easy.
like have completely like a new set of Pokemon that doesn't need to like rely on other past Pokemon.
Well, they did that in Unova.
Yeah, like a Unova situation. Or if you're gonna include every Pokemon, include every Pokemon.
Yeah, that's it. It's half baked. It's exactly that. Like, why do I? It just rubs me the wrong way. Just pull up a list of the ones that aren't there, and you're just like, this sucks. Stop it. Get some help. um,
Any other negative things that you want to bring up, or should we just talk about some positives and other reminiscences?
let's see. Let me just see if I can get any more negatives out of my system. They're super handholdy in the new ones. They're all like
Okay.
like you even said you got 30 minutes in and you're like I was really tired of frankly like getting my dick sucked by everyone being like you're the greatest trainer and stuff.
Like I hadn't even accomplished anything. Like I was like I didn't even have my beginner yet. I felt like I was like being treated as like the patron saint of Pokemon, even though I hadn't proved myself. Like it makes
It's
sense
just
in Animal Crossing why they went like downhill because it's more of a kids game where it's like
honestly no
feeling
it's
good.
not. Nintendo has games for everyone. I get kids. I know kids in Pokemon need to be like, oh, you got to teach them and make sure, but it's like I think it's I don't know. Maybe it was in Sun and Moon. I don't know if it's in Sword and Shield still. In Sun and Moon, your rival picks the starter that you're strong against.
That was like a down point.
Like what the hell is that? It's literally tradition. You get to pick, and your rival picks after, and he picks the one that's advantageous to you.
I mean, it made sense in Black and White. Again, God bless
You had
Black
two
and White.
friends there. You had one.
The nerd.
You had one that was the nerd who was super serious about being your real rival, and then you had Bianca, who was
AKA
just a little
my
friend.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, she was like she wasn't supposed to be your serious
I picked
rival.
this one because it's cute.
No, literally, that's what she does. She wasn't there for. She was a researcher. She's not there for battling. And then in X and Y, there's oh my god. Now X and Y's problem is that they give you like 5 friends at the start of the game, and they're like, "These are your best friends." And I'm like, "Wait, hold on. Yeah, you kidding me?
I don't
know.
even have
What
5
are
real
these
friends
kids?"
in real life.
It's like, yeah, I think I have more. There's more friends here than I have in real life. Yeah, what's going on here? Like Black and White was that great middle ground. 2 people, like your 3 friends setting off into the world. I liked that a lot. I really did. And even then, you had like N, who was another rival, kind of work off. Like it's just, Black and White's like you got your one friend that just loves dancing or something. You got your one friend that wants to complete the Pokedex. You got your one friend that's just there for sightseeing, and then you have your one friend that you're just battling with, and then there's you who's also battling. So it's like they're not all rivals, but it's just they just show up and they try to get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it friendly to kids. You're not alone on this journey ever, but it's just so I don't know.
And then
Pedantic.
There's like Sword and Shield where like beginning the game it's like your quote unquote rival, I guess. Kinda. There's a bunch of rivals in this game.
I thought the Monophase
the goth
girl.
She is one of your rivals.
Okay, one of them.
But like
okay, I don't
later
know
on, like you have to come across her because she's the top shit rival. She
has an evil team that hypes her up.
But she hates them. She's like, stop simping for me. I want to just do my stuff. And they're like, whoa, Queen, yas.
No, honestly, I do like the way the evil team started going. Like in Sword and Shield, how it's literally just a bunch of like simps. I think that's funny.
I prefer Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon's
they're
Team
just a bunch of idiots.
Yes, Team Skull is absolutely the best Pokemon evil team there's ever been. Like, absolutely. I'll give that to Sun and Moon for days. They're just degenerates that hang around and think they're cool. They're just terrible gang members.
And if I'm correct, they take over, like, I know I played a little bit of it. They take over, like, a Pokestop, like, not Pokestop, what's the healing
No,
thing
they
again?
steal the Poke Center.
Yeah, Pokecenter. And I forget if they're like, yeah, this one's free unlike the other ones.
Yeah, it's like they're all free.
Yeah, it's like they're all free, you idiots. Or
they're all dumbasses. I
or
love
they
it.
take
I
over
love
one
it.
and you need to pay like a very small fee where it's just like $10, pretty much late game. It's like, yeah, okay, I guess you can have these $10.
Like I think
They're
because
idiots.
we're in a world where you can beat up some dude's cat and he'll leave you alone,
And give you
right?
money.
Like in black and or sorry, like I guess it was in X and Y we were literally solving like a crisis by beating up your friend's Pokemon or whatever, and it's like, how seriously are we gonna? I guess Ruby or sorry, Diamond and Pearl had the top of that where Cyrus was literally like Team Galactic was literally trying to destroy the world and make a new one, and it's like, why did battling do anything? Like it doesn't. But it's like Team Skull is literally perfect because like of course they're just a bunch of dumbasses
I
that
mean,
would
there's
like throw their
technically
their
two
pets
evil
at you.
organizations. There's like that one organization that's trying to catch that like one thing that won't get in the goddamn girl's bag. Luffy.
Oh, that's Nebby. Okay,
Nebby.
yeah. So you're right. You're right. Team Skull was like the me. I forgot about the Aether organization. Yeah, they were
because
dealing with Ultra Beasts.
they only appear late game.
That's fine. It's
But
fine
makes
to have
sense,
more
yeah.
than one team.
But make
They
sure
were
they
all
matter.
hired by the mom.
Yeah. Make sure they matter is what I guess we're trying to say.
Well, because like, look, let's quickly go over this. In the first generation, we had Team Rocket. They literally were just Pokemon thieves and thugs. They were gangsters. Okay, fine. Gold and Silver,
Italian
we had them
Mafia.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mafia. And then Ruby and Sapphire, we had eco-terrorism. Pretty bluntly. Like, that's what it was. They were trying to either make the oceans bigger and make Pokemon more livable and do all that. Diamond and Pearl, Team Galactic, literally trying to destroy the world. Like, that's the... Like, there's nothing more about that. They just want havoc and chaos to remake a better world. Black and White 2, we had PETA, which
I said
is
that earlier. It's just PETA.
Yeah. Yes, it's a very... I like it. I really do, because it makes a lot of sense. Why are we talking about Pokemon battles, like, now? Now it took 5 games for us to get to the whole or Pokemon battles ethical kind of stuff. But then they kind of lose that touch and they start going for world domination or whatever. And it's like, yeah, I get what
Just
they're
like the
doing,
real
but
PETA.
come on. Yep. And then X and Y. What is X? X and Y had the weakest team, period.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have
I
these.
remember you played it and you're just like, I was
Like,
like,
what are
what's
these
your
people?
evil team? And you were just like, they just have weird hair. And I'm like, isn't everyone
Team
have?
Flare? Yeah, they're just.
Then
They're
I said
just
weird hair,
trash.
not Team Flare.
No, I know you said weird hair, but they're Team Flare. I know that.
Plus,
And
they
it's,
do have. I will
they
mention
just wear
there's only
suits.
one good thing about X and Y, from what I recall. It has best
What's
girl.
that? It did introduce the Hex Maniac, yes. That is her canon design now, and I've seen quite a few people, including yourself, that are quite into that design.
I just like shy girls with messy hair.
Yeah, I know, I do too. I can't comment on how much I like the Hex Girl design. But no. Team Flare lame. Team Skull literally the best. Like Eighth Organization, yeah, you actually need a real threat in a Pokemon game. I understand that, and that's fine for them. But I love how Team Skull's literally just like useless.
They want island domination. They are the
They're so
Doofenshmirtz.
dumb. I love them.
They are the Doofenshmirtz of Pokemon.
Absolutely. I'm gonna play Sun and Moon, and the first thing I'm gonna like look towards is like, I can't wait to see Team Skull steal a bus stop. Like they're such idiots. Well,
And,
they're
like,
idiots,
half
but
the time they don't even treat you as a threat. They're like,
they're just delinquents. Yeah, it's funny. Super funny.
yeah.
And then Sword and Shield has the Simp Army, which I think is also funny.
It's funny, but then you just are like, it just gets tiring after a while because it's like,
Yeah,
it reflects what I feel in real life, which is just hate towards simps. I just don't like them.
I know, no one likes them. Don't be if you're listening to this, don't be a simp. That's cringe.
But also subscribe to my OnlyFans.
No, don't. Don't do that either. We don't have an OnlyFans, and neither do you.
It's on my Amazon account. It's all fans. We have your paper fans, your
Okay.
mechanical
They,
fans,
yeah, I know you've
your
done this. I know you've
Dysons.
actually Amazon listing filled with fans. So, uh, if we're gonna plug anything, let's plug the YouTube channel and our Twitter. How about that, huh? Get the Karmotrine Lounge on YouTube, which is probably where you're listening to this. So, don't forget to subscribe or do whatever. But come follow us on Twitter actually, and keep up to date with all our updates and when we're gonna do new episodes and hints on future topics and maybe interactions, and we'll see what happens from that.
Yeah,
So right now we don't have any followers.
we have the
That's fine.
artist.
At least we have the
Me.
Twitter. Exactly. Uh, what else do I got here on my list? Oh yeah,
Is
the
this
change.
is your final hate towards message or?
Oh no, this it's more about back on track with Pokemon, but
Okay.
it's it's portable. Pokemon always started out as a portable kind of game, and then kind of recently transitioned to more like a home console kind of thing. I guess Switch is a little bit of both, but I consider the Switch to be more of a home console, honestly.
Mm-hmm. For me, like I know one of our friends was thinking of bringing the Switch Lite, and I'm like, yeah, I guess that would make
You
sense for
could,
Pokemon.
yeah, like you could get a Switch if you. Well, he's buying a Switch Lite just for Pokemon, because he loves Diamond and Pearl, and he just wants to play
and
the new
and
Diamond and Pearl
Smash
remakes, and needs a Switch.
just to spam Mithra and Pyra.
Yes. Oh God, no. We'll talk about that in the Smash episode. But
I want to wait for the Smash episode till we get all of our fighter.
yes, we'll be waiting for it for a bit. We've talked about that already. Uh, Home console though. I mean, technically, there's been other spin-off home console Pokemon games that have worked fine. I've always seen them as portable games. Like I don't really like. It's it's a feeling rather. You can just take it anywhere and play it anywhere. That's always how they've been designed. We haven't really had. I guess what are they gonna do? That Legends Arceus is gonna be like a weird Breath of the Wild kind of
Dark Souls.
dark. Yeah, the implicate your character can roll, which implies
Dodge
that you will
roll.
need to get it will need to dodge things, which is extremely funny to me. Like that's oh boy. But that seems like they would be doing like a home console release alongside with their portable, but the Switch is both, so they're just releasing it for Switch on both, which I'm fine with, honestly. But it kind of saddened me that we never saw. It always kind of felt like Pokemon was limited in itself to being on handheld consoles, and now that it's on,
The
you
Nintendo
know,
Switch.
and now that it's on like a home console with the same power as like a home console, we're kind of still seeing the same thing with just better graphics, which is understandable, but also kind of lame. Like,
I mean, before Sword and Shield, I loved playing the hell out of Let's Go Eevee. But that's just
you
because
had fun with that, right?
I liked dressing my Eevee up in Team Rocket attire.
Yeah, just have fun. Like, honest. That's at the end of the day. Like I said at the start of this, it's like if you can have fun with Pokemon, or you just love it, and you still do, like that's awesome. I'm glad that people can. And I still love old Pokemon. And to an extent, I could probably grow to like the new ones if I come to terms with it. But right now, I'll be a salty old man, and not like them. But honestly, it's a game. Just have fun. Just like don't be so bitter about it forever. Like just go have fun. Go dress your Eevee up in Team Rocket outfits. Like go have fun. Who
And I
cares?
will give one good thing. There is one good thing about Sword and Shield.
Yeah,
That's
what's
right.
that?
Cherry's talking about it. I liked how they did camping because it felt like your Pokemon were interacting with you and the environment, and I thought that that was cute.
Camping. What's camping? Is that little like interaction section where you can like poke around and throw balls for your Pokemon and
Yeah,
stuff?
throw balls, do some cooking, camp with
Yeah,
them.
okay. I like that. That's like an evolution of X and Y's Pokemon ME stuff, which I liked. I thought that was
Because let's
cute.
face it, these are your pets. You want to show them love, not just put them
Yeah,
in your
battle
balls.
machines. Yeah, exactly. Like it. No, I agree. I like camping actually. That's a good idea. And ultimately, I think that that's what they're trying to convey is that Pokemon are your pets. Trying to
They're
have
your
fun with
pets,
them.
your friends.
They're not weapons.
I
That's
said your
usually what the
friends.
bad guys think. What's that?
I said friends, not weapons.
No, I said
Okay.
I was thinking about that. It's like, a lot of people use them as battle machines. That's what the bad guys usually are like. They're weapons and stuff, but it's like, no, they're not. They're your buddies.
This is literally a
Go,
cat.
yeah, like go give your Pikachu a hug, and then see if he electrocutes you. Like, who cares? Uh,
Hug your Gengar until he gives you nightmares and kills
yeah,
you.
or licks you, either or. That's Pokemon's just a fantasy game. Like, it's
Yeah.
fantastical. That's what I like about it. It's just funny little creatures running around doing whatever they can. What else here? You have anything else? Because I mean, I have the spin-off game section, but I don't really know too much about them.
Let's just
Uh,
talk about a couple of the spin-offs, because
yeah,
I think
sure.
like I was raised more on those compared to the regular Pokemon.
Main series, yeah. All right. What spin-offs do you got then?
I always loved playing Pokemon Ranger, the one with the little
Oh my
spinning
God,
top.
no! I played Pokemon Ranger too. I
It,
did. That's funny too. What did you play the first one? I think they went for
I
like 4 games or
I think
something.
I played like the last game.
Was it Guardian Signs
Yeah,
then?
Guardian Signs. Yeah, where
I
you had your
Yeah,
ukulele Pichu, and I was like,
Ukulele Pichu. Yeah, I remember Guardian Signs. I played the one before that. I played Shadows of Almia, which was God. That's nostalgic for me. God.
mhm. And
Yeah,
I
Ranger was
always
crazy.
preferred that one just because like like in Pokemon Universe, the Rangers were always kind of lame when you thought about it.
They were like they're. I don't even know what they are. They even have them still to this day. Like I don't know what they're doing with
Mhm.
Pokemon Rangers. They're like.
But in this game, they're treated like these firefighters, like these
Yeah, I was
true
gonna say like
heroes.
emergency workers. Like I guess that's what they are. Like I don't know.
Like you only captured, quote unquote, captured these Pokemon just to help out with the environment.
No, that's exactly why you don't use a ball. Like
Mhm.
you temporarily bind them to be your buddies, and so that you can use them
Yeah,
like to help out in a situation.
use quote unquote, but more like just like, hey, your force is on fire. Let's just get out like
Yeah,
some
get the water
squirrels.
Pokemon. Yeah, make it rain.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like that idea. I think Pokemon Rangers are cool. I think they have a place, and it's a shame that they aren't really doing anything with them anymore.
Hmm.
Because it makes sense, right? Like, why would you bring a fire truck when you could bring a Blastoise to douse a fire, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's a utopia at that point. Pokemon
And
Rangers, yeah.
I feel like it would be really awkward on the Switch now. Because what would you do? Motion controls? Or use your
Yeah, no, it was
stylus?
a DS game with the stylus controls, like
Yeah.
the circles around them, definitely. But I mean, though they would find a way. They would find a way to redo it where you could like, I don't know, if anything, I'd like to see a Pokemon Ranger game kind of like Breath of the Wild style, where like they're just up and about.
Hmm.
That's kind of what that Legends Arceus thing is going to be doing.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what we're looking for. But no, Pokemon Ranger was cool. Rangers was awesome. I'll remember that.
Let's see. Um, Hey You Pikachu, everyone's favorite.
Oh, that was the one with the microphone on the N64,
Yeah,
right?
Pikachu never
Good.
listened to you. He was
Yep.
just a sassy child, but anytime he said Xbox or like
Sony,
Sony,
he would get
he would
mad at you, yeah.
electrocute you. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. God, Pikachu. Hey, you Pikachu is just for babies. like, like it was just for kids to hey, talk to this Pikachu. But the mics in that time were so low quality that I could never figure out what he was saying.
It's like,
Pretty
and he's
much,
like,
like it
I don't
was.
know what you're
Yeah.
saying.
No, I mean I didn't play on the N64, so I don't know much about Hey You Pikachu other than it's kind of a meme game. So.
One of my uncles had it, so I always watched him play it, and he occasionally like let me play it, and I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
you're my
Pikachu. Yeah.
sister. My little gremlin child voice.
What other spin-offs we got then? There
Um,
was the there was what was that one? I know there was Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, and then which sounds like a Kingdom Hearts title, but
it
um
was like Pokemon, but for teenagers.
it was actually Pokemon for teenagers. That was cool. what was the other one called? It was XD Gale of Darkness, and then there was the one before it, which was Coliseum, Pokemon Coliseum. Which it's that's actually a really long rabbit hole, and I remember watching like a let's play for that entire game, um, by a lad called Chugga Conroy. I don't know if I plugged him before. I probably have. Go watch him. He's an amazing let's player. But Pokemon Coliseum, you got like Shadow Pokemon. You stole Pokemon from enemies, but you didn't really. You had to get this device to snag them because they were dark versions of them or something. It was kind of crazy, but honestly, I think it was fun.
I mean,
More fun.
that'd be really. That's what I'm kind of hoping with that new Legend of Arceus, or what's it called?
Yeah, Legends Arceus. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping it. It has like a
sorry,
bunch.
Legends Arceus.
Yeah, Arceus.
Arceus. That's
Yeah,
official pronunciation or whatever.
I'm hoping it's like a bit of like all these like spin-offs in a weird
Yeah,
way.
right. Like keep the energy. I just want Pokemon to be. I just want it to be like Breath of the Wild, where like you just go on a hilltop and you just see Pokemon running around and living in the world. Like that's so much. That'd be phenomenal. I would buy that in a heartbeat just for the aspect of being able to see it.
Speak about watching Pokemon in their natural environment.
Oh
Pokemon
yeah.
Snap.
What's that? Wait, what was that?
Pokemon Snap on the
Snap. Oh yeah, there's
on
a
Nintendo
remake coming
64,
out.
and it's coming out. Yeah, I'm probably gonna
Pokemon
buy it
Snap.
because I like taking pictures of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly my cat.
Yeah, I know. You sent me a few of them. But
I love that
Pokemon Snap.
lipstick.
Yeah, it's kind of people were asking for a Pokemon Snap remake for years. You're literally just a kid in a go kart taking pictures of Pokemon doing their thing, which was awesome.
And I
So
always
people
thought it
loved.
was gonna go to the Wii U because it
You
was
had a
like perfect.
gamepad that was a camera, yeah.
Yeah. Um, but I'm still happy that actually getting a sequel or a remake or whatever it is. That's
I
right.
think
I
they
don't
took
even
a
know.
while.
I'm gonna buy it and I don't know what it is other than Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, as long as you don't pre-order it, you'll be fine.
I didn't because there's no good incentives to.
Right. What else is there? Oh yeah, I guess the subset of spin-offs were the 3D battle games as they called them because they had them up and about so that you could play and see your Pokemon fight in 3D. But now that there's 3D stuff, they don't need to do it. We're talking like Pokemon. What was it? But it was Pokemon. I know Battle Revolution was the Diamond and Pearl one on the Wii,
Wasn't like its
and then there was
Stadium.
Stadium. Yeah, it was Pokemon Stadium, and then Stadium 2, which was it was just watching your Pokemon fight in 3D. It
And
was
I
cool,
bet that like
honestly.
made people like little kids lose their shit when they were like playing on their Nintendo 64.
Yeah, and you see your like Electabuzz in 3D, like that's crazy. It's crazy.
Because at that
But
time, your Pokemon was like, I think like during that age, all of the Pokemon were like still on Game Boy Advance or Game Boy
oh yeah,
Color.
oh yeah, they were just little sprites.
Yeah,
So seeing
Game Boy
them in
Color
full
sprites.
3D glory was like, wow.
That's what they're supposed to look like.
Yeah, exactly. It was nuts. But now you just see it in the normal game, so they don't need to do it.
Mm.
They also had
Mystery Dungeon.
Mystery Dungeon. Yeah, that came up with that new one that I think people didn't like or something.
Nope, no one did. It
Yeah,
was
I don't
garbage.
know. I don't know. I've never played a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game.
I used to play them when I was younger.
I never understood them. All I know is that my spirit animal, when I took the test to start playing um, a Mystery Dungeon game, that was like on an emulator. I took the little
Yeah,
personality test, and they assigned me as a Cubone, and I just like stopped and got really sad. I was like, I'm the lonely Pokemon.
I got
Like,
Lucario.
you got Lucario?
Yeah,
What the heck?
I'm selfish and
I
alone.
guess so.
I'm selfish,
So,
I'm lonely, but I still am very ashamed of what I am.
Mystery Dungeon's fun and fun. The spin-offs have their place. Mystery Dungeon, and then there was like Pokemon Park or whatever. What was it? It was Poke Park or something where you just ran around in 3D and you were like a Mystery Dungeon S. You were a Pokemon just having fun. Like it was
Yeah, just feel good games.
literally just feel good stuff. All the spin-offs they're just fun stuff. Like don't even
There's one that
worry.
even got a movie.
Yeah,
You know
there
what I'm
wasn't.
you know
Well,
what
there
I'm
was a
talking
bunch of
about.
them.
I'm talking about Detective Pikachu.
The Ryan Reynolds one, yeah.
I was hoping
That
Danny DeVito was gonna be
everyone
Pikachu.
wanted DeVito to be Detective Pikachu. I never saw Detective Pikachu, but I need to see it
We
because
can
I'm just
watch it one of these
curious.
days.
We probably will, honestly, because I don't know anything about it besides they made everyone look realistic and a lot of people had problems with it. And then talking Pikachu and like Pokemon fandom's extremely
I
loud.
watched it with a friend and I was like, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. It's a fun movie. Like don't lose your pants over it.
It's a kid's video game movie.
Yeah. Still though, just because it's a kids game doesn't mean they can shovel them shit and call it gold. Sword and Shield, like there are some actual like problems with that game, and everyone's just like, but it's Pokemon and it's a kids game, so it's fine. It's like, no, that's not how this works. Because kids deserve to be respected. Kids are smarter than you think. It's my hot take on it, at least.
Yeah, kids
But
are
in
pretty weird.
it is a kids game, but that's also the problem. It's like kids don't like to be handheld, so I don't know why they're treating them like babies when they're going through Pokemon. It just doesn't make sense. It's problems.
Actually, for some kids, I noticed how they like to be handheld a lot.
Maybe, but I mean, in like Diamond and Pearl, like they were literally just like there was enough there for kids to grab onto, but there was also for like I literally could play like Black and White these days and not be handheld, and like I could play it perfectly fine these days and not call it a kids game.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just I don't know. It gets me the wrong way when people try and out it and say that's all it is. It's a kids game. It's like okay, fine, whatever. Jeez.
I think there's only one more offshoot that I can recall.
Yeah, what's that?
Pokemon Tournament. It's just Tekken.
That was on my list. Pokemon Tournament. I have like 2 Switch games, and one of them I want to get is Pokemon Tournament. I want to get Pokemon Tournament because
I would actually play Pokemon Tournament with you, mostly because
right.
The thing about us is we love playing fighting games together.
We love fighting games. We'll do a fighting game episode, and then we'll do our Friday night fights or whatever we'll call it, and maybe we'll stream that or we'll figure something out with that. But Pokemon Tournament is a Pokemon fighting game. It's like a Tekken kind of fighting game, but with Pokemon, and I'm like, that's cool.
You get to be Gengar.
It's fun.
Yes.
You can be anyone. You can be any of them. It's cool. I'm super on board with
you
Pokemon.
Only have a limited amount.
Yeah, but I mean, they're pretty diverse in their cast there.
You have two different types of Pikachus.
Yes.
You got normal Pikachu
and Luchador Pikachu.
And
yes.
Female Luchador Pikachu.
Yes. Exactly. But no, I haven't played Pokemon, so I don't know much about it. All I know is I would play it. For a fact, and I like it. But
I mean, once school's done, we should probably fight on it.
We'll figure something out and play it.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I think that's everything. I think we went for a long time on this episode here.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine because it's Pokemon. It's I know it's quite close to my heart, and it's like I said, I don't know about Ch3rry, but I love it. Still, as much as it's flawed, I love it because it's grew up with it.
But any other like Pokemon for its cute characters?
Yeah, exactly. I like the cute characters. I just like it in general. I think it's cool. Any other closing thoughts or?
Not really. The only thing that I would mention is like, as a kid, I remember having a race spark with the concept of cursed games and like this whole Lavender Town thing. But we're gonna have our Halloween episode where we go more in depth.
That'll be the creepypasta episode, but absolutely Lavender Town.
Yeah. I just love the aesthetic of Lavender Town.
I do too. I mean, I like creepy stuff as much as the next guy, but Lavender Town was something else. Anyway, we should probably wrap up here before we go for 2 hours or whatever we're at.
We're only about at an hour.
Okay, well, that's not too bad then. Oh, I guess, yeah, sorry. I guess at the very end of this, I probably should have said this at the start, but at the end of this, if you made it through here, first of all, thank you for listening, but also don't bother putting in the comments that you pronounce this Pokemon name wrong. Like we're above that. I think we don't. Who cares? Like, Arceus, Arceus. Like
I'm the stupid one with Pokemon. He's my correction.
Yeah, like I'll correct from time to time, but if you were just like I say Rayquaza because I hate saying Rayquaza. I don't like the way that sounds. I say Arceus, not Arceus, because yes, I know what its root words. I know there's a official pronunciation, but I don't care. So there.
There's
Don't.
also that one Pokemon that we forgot to mention, Garco. Remember last night we were
What
talking about Garco?
were we? What was? I don't have any memory of this. What are you talking about?
Our friend Miss said right, that one alligator. Now I'm messing up.
Oh, Fraligator. Yeah, no. He just said no. He just thought that Totodile was the final form. He thought that Fraligator was Totodile,
Yeah.
which is just that's whatever. But it's like I don't know. There's a bunch of pronunciation like variations for Pokemon that are just unnecessary. So if you wrote a comment down there and you made it to the end here, leave that comment because
No, you can
who
keep
cares?
it. You can keep it because let's face it. Another fun fact about canon Pokemon is, guess what? Names don't matter. You can make your own.
Yeah, you can rename them. You can give them nicknames, but they're always going to be a species and have a name.
Mhm.
Anyway, I think we should probably wrap this up here and bid the audience farewell before we go on for any too much longer.
Yeah. So yeah,
So,
thanks for watching, and we'll
listening
try
rather.
to make another episode soon, but it might take a bit longer this time because I,
Finals are around the corner,
yeah,
you know.
I mean, yeah, I have to be honest. I'm still a student.
Oh yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean, well, like I said, if you want to keep in touch, look on the Twitter, and we'll be making announcements on there for episode recordings. But as of right now, we're probably gonna take a little break and yeah, and kind of focus on some other jazz.
Focus
But
on
stay
our
tuned.
jobs and focus on our schoolings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, if that's everything, I guess this has been the Karmotrine Lounge with me, Eyeball, and co-host over here, Ch3rry.
I.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, thanks for watching, and you have a good rest of the evening. Stay frosty, whatever they say. Yeah,
Have a good day, folks.
yeah.